Hello everybody, off to work today to go heal some people. Now in this line of work, I don't really have the option to work from home. Oh yes baby. Alright, so today we're going to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while. I bought this M850i in December of 2022, and what did I trade in for that? Well, that's one car I haven't really talked about on this channel. It was another M performance car by BMW, and it was actually my first BMW ever. When I went with BMW, I just went straight to at least their performance line, if not a full-blown M line, and that was the M340i. That car was what I got for the winter, because when I owned my Porsche, I was pretty bored when I had to put it away for winter storage. And, you know, I didn't really find that I was enjoying my usual daily driver, which was an Acura MDX. That car was great. I'm not going to put it down, but it was really more of a family car. It served its purpose, but I was just getting bored during the winter time. I mean, it's unbelievable just how hard it is to go from a high-performance sports car to a car like that you drive every day. So I basically traded in the Acura MDX after I found my M340i available at a dealer in Chicago. It was pre-owned, but it was really just owned by the dealer, so it never really actually had a private owner. It was in great condition. Was really just used as a lease car, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity just to, you know, get into something that I could enjoy and be pretty reliable. So I bought that car, and I was pretty impressed with it. First thing I noticed about that car is it just had the most smooth engine. Another thing I noticed about it is it, you know, it really handled well for a sedan. Now, I'm not surprised, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers aren't surprised either, because it is a BMW 3 Series after all, but I was really impressed by what you could do with that car on the road. It didn't have rear axle steer. I mean, I guess it didn't really need it. The other thing that I really enjoyed about that car is that B58 engine. That's an inline 6 from BMW, a couple of years old now. Very, very reliable, appraised by the automotive community, and I can understand why. It has a single turbo, and for a car that weighed about 3,900-ish pounds, that car stock, that engine stock made 382 horsepower, which was a lot. And trust me, you could feel it when you drove it. I really enjoyed the pull of that car. After about a month or two of owning that car, I realized I was quickly getting bored about one item, and it was the exhaust. It just wasn't up to my standard. So I started shopping around and, you know, looking at different options. I think Dynan had an exhaust, and AWE had an exhaust. So I started looking up some videos online, started calling some people, contacting some people, and I was able to finally get an exhaust by AWE. I got there, and I'm trying to remember now, I think I got their non-resonated valveless exhaust. Valveless, mufflerless exhaust. They have a certain name for it. And so I went ahead and ordered it, and they told me it was going to take about 3 months, 2 to 3 months to get it. Well, that was okay for me. I wasn't in a rush, so I went ahead and put in the order. About a few weeks afterward, I found another exhaust that was already available at a shop. And they had it in stock. They were ready to ship it out to me. So I called AWE to cancel my order. And, well, they apparently were able to get one for me, and they sent it to me. So I went to my local shop here in town, and I went ahead and had it installed. Now, it's too bad I don't have a video of that. That was all pre-YouTube. But let me tell you, that thing sounded fantastic with that first cold start. And it was a great sounding exhaust for the year that I owned that car. Well, eventually I traded my M340i in after a year of fun times, and I bought this car, the M850i. I wanted to get a V8. I wanted to get something a little bit more higher end, more luxurious, a little bit more spacious for my family. And that's exactly what I got with this car. It's bigger, it's faster, it's more luxurious. It looks great, and my family really likes it. But there is one problem with this car when I compare it to the M340i. I think I probably should, right now I'm making these videos with my cell phone, but it's a little shaky, isn't it? I think I might get a proper camera. But the problem, well, let me put it to you this way. If I'm gonna give the pros of the M850i over the M340i, they're this. It's bigger. Whether you like that or not, it's a different story. It's more spacious if you have the Grand Coupe. It's more luxurious. It has the V8 engine. I'd argue it's also more beautiful. Now, here are the cons. Here's where the M340i wins. Because the M340i appeals probably to a different population, possibly a younger one, that's more, more interested in modifying their cars, tuning their cars, that sort of stuff. There's a lot more available options for mods. Now, don't get me wrong, you can do a mod on the M850i. We talked about it on the forums. I've looked it up, but there aren't that many exhausts for this car, and I'm big on exhausts. That's my favorite mod to do. And there aren't that many options. You've got FI, you've got IPE, you've got, there's another company that's slipping my mind right now. You've got Remus, although Remus doesn't apparently do an exhaust for the G16, they only do it for the G15. But they're all very expensive. And yeah, could I afford them? Yeah. But do I really want to spend that money on an exhaust just to potentially trade this car in another year? I don't know. My AW exhaust only cost about $3,000, and it was pretty straightforward to install. There's a lot of options. I love AWE. I wish they made an exhaust for this car. AWE, if you're watching this video, make an exhaust for the M850i Grand Coupe. If for nobody else, just for me, I'll buy it. Soul Performance, another company I really admire. They don't do an exhaust for this car whatsoever. So if you want to mod your car, I mean, I'll be honest, the 8 Series is a beautiful thing, but it's a little bit too mature. It's a little bit too mature. And I'm sort of mature, but I'm not that mature. I like to, I like to play around with things a little bit. So, in conclusion, I would say that the M850i is, in so many ways, the better car. And if that's your thing, then great, more power to you. But actually, the M340i is the more fun car. Sorry everyone, I stopped filming for a second because when I pulled up I thought that truck was a cop and I shouldn't be holding up my cell phone talking to it, making videos when I'm driving. Anyway, to finish what I was saying a moment ago, I think the M340i is the more fun car. It's it's the more engaging car. It's more modifiable. And for that reason, frankly speaking, knowing my personality, it probably would have been the better car for me if it was just a tad more luxurious. So, the M850i, I'm having a good run with it, but I don't know how long it's going to last because, I either need to get an exhaust for this thing or, maybe get something different because I'm getting kind of bored.